Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to learn how to generate and send transfer letters via email automatically. So here I work in an HR department where the regular task is to create and send transfer letters to multiple candidates. To automate this entire process, I have set up a connection between my Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Drive and Gmail in such a way that now whenever I am going to add a new row in my Google Sheets along with the details of a new candidate, automatically a job transfer letter will be created for that same candidate in Google Docs, and then finally it will be sent via Gmail to that same candidate. And I have automated this entire process without any coding or programming skills with the help of an amazing automation software, Pabbly Connect. To learn this entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create and send job transfer letter for multiple candidates. So I work in an HR department where the regular task is to create and send transfer letters for transferring candidates from one location to another location of the company. And generally doing this task manually is very hectic. It takes a lot of time and efforts because there are multiple details of multiple candidates which we have to put into the document, and then we have to create the document and send it one by one to each of the candidate on the desired date. Therefore, for this entire long process, I have created an amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, in which I have just simply connected my Google Sheets, Google Docs and Gmail in such a way that now whenever I'm going to add a new row along with the details of a new candidate in my Google Sheets, automatically a job transfer letter will be created in Google Docs for that same candidate, and it will be sent automatically through Gmail to the candidate. And I have created this entire automation without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So this is the home page of Pabbly Connect where we can reach by typing this URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. When we will come here, we will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in, but if you are a new user, you have to click on the sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, because I'm already an existing user, I'm going to click on the sign in button. And this is the all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here on the dashboard, we can find all our workflows, and we can also create folders here to save our workflows. Now we are going to click on this create workflow option to create a new workflow. Let's click on that. And now here we can find that a dialog box will appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Create and send transfer letter using Google Sheets, Google Docs and Gmail. After giving the name here, we can select the folder in which we want to save this workflow. So I'm going to select automations for HRM folder. And now let's click on create. As we have done that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts or the principles on which the entire automation runs. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now let's suppose we want to create transfer letter with the help of Google Sheets and Google Docs. So let's suppose we are going to select Google Sheets in our trigger and Google Docs in our action. And we want that whenever a new row will be added in Google Sheets, the response of that row should be captured over here. And with that response, automatically the job transfer letter should be created. So here we can clearly see that action is following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the row is added in Google Sheets, then only the job transfer letter is created in Google Docs, otherwise not. So after understanding this concept, let's start creating the workflow step by step. Here, first of all, we have to select our trigger application. And because our objective is that whenever we are going to add a new row in our Google Sheets, the response should be captured here. And with that response, the workflow should get triggered every time. Therefore, trigger application over here will be Google Sheets. So let's select that. And now we have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. So new or updated spreadsheet row will be our trigger event, because when the row will be added, the response will be captured here in Pabbly Connect, and with that response, automatically the workflow is going to trigger. Okay, now here as we have done that, we can find that a webhook URL is provided to us along with some instructions. So we need to follow these instructions step by step to connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Here the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for sending the data from Google Sheets towards towards Pabbly Connect. Okay, so we are going to copy the webhook URL first of all, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. So for this, I'm going to take you towards my Google Sheets, and this is the spreadsheet which I have created for adding the details of the candidate to whom I want to send the transfer letter. It contains date, employee's full name, employee ID, designation of the employee, current location on which the employee is working, date of transfer, transfer designation, that means the new location of job. Here we have next the reporting manager, sender name, that who is sending the letter, sender's designation, and the status. So in some of the fields I have used a drop down function so that I will be able to change the data according to each and every new candidate. Okay, so the details which are going to be changed according to the candidate, I have used drop down for that field so that we will be able to change the data easily. Okay, now here you can find that I have also used a status column, which is my last column. So I want that when I'm going to select send as the status of the row, then only the transfer letter should be created and it should be sent, otherwise not. Okay, now we will simply connect this Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. For that we have to go towards extensions and we will go towards add-ons. When we will click on this get add-ons, it has taken us towards Google Workspace Marketplace. Now here we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So Pabbly Connect Webhook is the add-on which we need to install in Google Sheets to connect it with Pabbly Connect. As you can find, I've already installed this add-on, so I'm just going to cross this. And once you will install the add-on for the first time, you also have to refresh your spreadsheet so that you will be able to find the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks under extensions. As I can find the option, let's go towards initial setup. And basically to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, we have to do an initial setup in which we have to enter two details, webhook URL and the trigger column. So first of all, we will paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect in this particular field, and the next is trigger column. So the concept of trigger column says that whenever the data will be added up till this particular column, then the response of the entire row will be sent towards Pabbly Connect. It is given over here. The trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent to the webhook URL. So if you remember, I have the column in my spreadsheet up till K. That means K is the last column of my spreadsheet and K column is for status of the row. So I want that whenever I'm going to add a new row here in my spreadsheet, that means up till status column, then instantly the entire row should be sent towards Pabbly Connect. So here K will be my trigger column. I have entered K over here. Now let's click on this send test button to send the test response of this demo user towards Pabbly Connect. And we can find that the test data is sent successfully. So let's submit the initial setup and I will move forward towards Pabbly Connect. And here we can find that we have already received the response. Transfer designation, status, spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID, row index, reporting manager, employee full name, designation, current location, etc. So we have received all these details. This means that the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is successful. So now our objective is that whenever we are going to add a new row over here up till trigger column, the response should be keep on sending. Therefore, we have to perform one more step over here. Let's go towards extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and this time we need to click on this send on event button. So as we have done that, we have made sure that now whenever we are going to add a new row, automatically the response will be keep on sending and we do not have to do anything manually after that. Now let's move further, and our objective is to create the transfer letter by using the response which we have received. But here I want to apply a condition in this workflow. As I told you that I want that whenever I'm going to keep the status of this row as sent, then only the workflow should continue and the transfer letter should be created, otherwise not. So for that I'm going to apply a filter condition over here. Let's select our action application as filter. So with the help of filter, we are going to set the condition according to our choice in our workflow. Let's select our action event, that will be filter values, and here we will click on connect. As we have done that, here the condition is given. We have to enter the details in this condition. First of all, we have to select the label, filter type, and then the value. So in label, I'm going to select the status which we have already received from our previous response. So I will simply map the data by using my previous step. So mapping is inserting data from previous response. Here our previous step is given and here are all the details. Among these details, I want to select this status. I will select that and it is mapped. So when we map a data by using our previous response, it becomes dynamic. That means it is going to change with each and every new response. Now we will select the filter type. So our filter type will be equal to, and now we have to enter the value of the filter condition. So here I'm going to enter send as the filter value. I want that when the status of the response which we have received from Google Sheets will be equal to send, then only the workflow should continue after this step, otherwise not. So when the status will not be equal to send, automatically the workflow will stop over here and transfer letter will not be created after that. So here you can find that I have entered the value manually, so it will be same each time. That means automatically whenever a new response will be captured, a new status will appear here in the label, and if that status will not be equal to send, the workflow will stop over here. So let's check this condition by clicking on the save and send test request button, if it is true or not. And yes, we can find that the condition is absolutely true because the status is equal to send. But in case if this condition will false, the worker will stop over here. Now our objective is to create the document, that means transfer letter in Google Docs. So let us connect Google Docs with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this add action step button, and in our action application we will select Google Docs. And now we have to select the action event. So here our action event will be create document from template. I am going to take you towards my Google Docs, and this is a template which I have already created for creating transfer letter. By using this template, I am going to create multiple job transfer letters, that too automatically. You can find that in this transfer letter, I have some details in two curly braces. So the data which is going to change with each and every new candidate, that data I have entered in the curly braces, so that it has become variable now. So the variables are going to be replaced with each and every new response, and in this way we are going to change the details of each and every new candidate according to them, and we are going to create multiple job transfer letters by using the same template, that too automatically. Okay, so you can find that employee name, designation, employee ID, effective date of transfer, manager's name, new location, etc. All these details which are going to be changed each time are in the curly braces. Now we will move towards our action step, and we will select create document from template as our action event, so that we will be able to use a single template to create multiple job transfer letters. Let's click on connect, and now from the given options I'm going to select existing connection, because I want to use this existing connection which I've already created to connect Google Docs with Pabbly Connect. For creating a new connection, you have to click on this add new connection button, and then you have to click on sign in with Google. Alright, let's click on save. And with this we can find that Google Docs is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Now we will move further. Here we have to select the template document. So the name of my template is transfer letter template. I'm going to select the same, which is correct. Okay. So let's move further. Here the new document's name. What should be the name of the new document which you are creating? So as you know, we are creating transfer letter over here for different candidates. So I want to give the name of my document as transfer letter for, and I will simply map the name of the candidate over here. So this is the name demo user. I have selected that and it is mapped. So as I told you that when we map our data, it is going to change with each and every new response. So because we have mapped this name, it will be replaced automatically whenever a new name will be added in a new row of Google Sheets. Alright, let's move further. Here we are going to select the document's location, that where we want to save this document after creating in Google Docs. So I'm going to select Google Sheets integration over here. Now the next is reference number. In this transfer letter, we have to enter a reference number which should be unique for each and every new candidate. Up till this slash, the reference number will be same, but a unique reference number we have to add which will be different for each and every candidate. So I will simply use the employee ID as the reference number. I will map the reference number as the employee ID, and it will be unique for each and every candidates. Okay. Now the next is date. So let's quickly map the date. This date is of sending the transfer letter to the candidate. Now the next is employee name. We will quickly map the name as well. Okay, designation, senior developer. So all these fields which are given over here in this step are the same as the details which we have added in the curly braces. So because we want that these details should be changed each time, therefore we are mapping these details one by one. Okay, now we will map the employee ID, current branch name, that is current location of working, Pune. We will map the new branch name as well, the transfer designation, effective date of transfer, manager's name, sender name, that who is sending this letter, and the sender's designation. So we have mapped all the details successfully. Now let's click on save and send test request button. And we can find that here we have received the response. In the response, we have received the document ID as well. That means the document is successfully created in Google Docs. So let's go and check. And here, yes, you can find that a new transfer letter is recently created for demo user. This is the name transfer letter for demo user. Here you can find that in the reference number, the employee ID which we have mapped is added over here. This is the date, name of the candidate, designation, subject, name of the candidate, once again, dear demo user. This letter serves as official notification of your transfer from the Pune. This is the current job location to the Delhi branch. This is the new job location, effective on the date. Your new reporting manager at the Delhi branch will be demo manager. The name of the new manager is given over here, and these are all other details. This means that our workflow is successful up till now. So let's move further. And now, because we have created this job transfer letter, we want to send it to the candidate. Okay. So for that, we will move forward and we will simply connect Gmail with Pabbly Connect to send this transfer letter to the desired candidate. But before that, we have to first get the PDF link of this document which we have created. And that we are going to do with the help of Google Drive. So with the help of Google Drive, we are going to take the permission of sending this document to anyone with a link of PDF. Okay, so let's click on this add action step button once again, and we will simply connect Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. Okay, let us select Google Drive over here. Now the next is action event. So our action event will be share file with anyone. Let's click on connect, and now I'm going to select add new connection to build a new connection with my Google Drive account. If you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. Now I will simply click on sign in with Google, and I will select my account. And now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Google Drive account. So let's click on allow, as it is 100% safe. And here we can find that our authorization has become successful. So as our authorization has become successful, Google Drive is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So let's move further. Here we have to provide the file ID to get the link. Okay, and we have to make sure that the file ID which we are providing should be dynamic so that it could get changed each time with a new response. Therefore, we have to map that file ID. So let's turn this mapping button on, and here I will simply remove the existing data from this field, and I will simply map the document ID which we have received from Google Docs. Let's select that, and it is mapped. So when we have mapped this file ID, let's click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can find that we have received the response. In the response, we have received that now anyone with link can open and view the file which we are sharing. And in this response, you can find that we have received multiple links. Among these links, we are going to use this PDF link which we have received. So we are going to map this PDF link in the email so that the candidate can open it. Okay. Now let's click on this add action step button to finally add Gmail in our action step so that we will be able to share the transfer letter to the candidate. Now let's select Gmail over here as our action application, and our action event will be send email. Let's click on connect, and now from the given options I'm going to select existing connection only, as I've already built a connection with my Gmail account. We will click on save, and with this we can find that now Gmail is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So let's move further. Here we have to enter the recipient email address, sender name, email subject, etc. First of all, let us enter the recipient email address to. So here in this field, we have to enter the email address of the recipient to whom we want to send this email. We want to send this email along with the transfer letter to the desired candidate. Therefore, I'm going to enter the email address of the candidate over here. Currently, because I have not received the email address from my Google Sheets, therefore, I'm going to enter it manually over here. But you have to make sure that you can take the email address as well from the spreadsheet response so that you will be able to simply map that email address over here so that the things could be automated very easily. Okay, so I'm going to enter a sample email address for now. Now the next is sender's name. So here I'm going to simply map the sender's name. Here we have to enter the email subject. So I'm going to enter the subject as transfer letter. Okay, so because I've entered the subject manually, it is going to be same each time because we are creating this automation for sending the transfer letter to multiple candidates. So the email subject could be same each time, and therefore I have entered it manually. But if you want, you can also take this subject line from your Google Sheets response so that you will be able to map it over here. Now the next is email content type. Okay, it will be plain, and now we have to enter the email content. Okay, so I'm going to enter the content as dear. I will simply map the name of the candidate. Dear demo user. So here I have entered the content. Dear demo user, I hope this message finds you well. We are pleased to inform you that your transfer process has been finalized. Enclosed with this email, you will find your official transfer letter detailing your new position, location, and the effective date of transfer. Please review the document at your earliest convenience and do not hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions or need further clarification. We are excited about your upcoming transition and are confident that you will continue to make valuable contributions in your new role as well. Thank you for your continued dedication and commitment. We look forward to supporting you through this next phase of your career with us. Best regards. Now here I'm going to simply map the name of the sender and the designation as well. Now along with this email, very importantly, we also have to attach the transfer letter which we have created. So we will simply map the file name of the transfer letter. This is file name transfer letter for demo user. We will simply map that, and the next will be the PDF link. So we have mapped the PDF link as well. Now let's click on save and send test request button. And the status in the response is sent. That means the email is sent on the email ID which we have entered over here. So let's go and check whether the email is received or not. And yes, here we can find that we have received the email, and this is the attachment of transfer letter for demo user. Okay, this means that his workflow is perfectly successful and it is working perfectly fine. So we will summarize what we have done here in the workflow. So we have taken very simple steps, trigger and actions. In trigger, we have taken Google Sheets, and in action, we have taken filter by Pabbly, Google Docs, Google Drive, and Gmail. And we have connected all of them by using Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever we are going to add a new row in our Google Sheets along with the details of the candidate, automatically a transfer letter will be created for that same candidate, and it will be sent automatically through Gmail to the candidate. Okay, this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can directly reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask any pricing related issue, then you can directly reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe our channel to learn more such automations.